This is Matt from MGMT Boston. On this episode of The Lantern, we are on Newberry Street today. Still the summer, still holding on to the summer. And we were with Ali Mahmoud, early stage investor here at Glasswing Ventures, to talk about what's going on in the market, what he's seeing, what he's learned investing at the early stage, and more. So Ali, thank you so much for having me to your office.
Thanks for having me on. Long-time listener, first-time participant. So,
we love it. We love getting everyone on. So the first question, very obvious. What is Glasswing Ventures? What are you all building here?
So Glasswing Ventures is a Boston-based VC firm. We are investing in founders using AI to take on the biggest problems in the enterprise and cybersecurity markets. And we're focused on the earliest stages. So teaming up with founders as pre-seed or seed rounds, often the first capital in, if not the first institutions joining in the round, and helping them scale as they take on those huge challenges.
Definitely. And Ali and his team will often invest in companies, a year, 2 years before they even announce publicly what they're doing. So they're kind of living in the future. To that end, what are you seeing in the market? What is going on at Glasswing today?
Yeah, never been a better time to start a company, particularly with AI really taking down the costs to start a company. And honestly, it's founders who still have that same market fit, founder market fit, being able to either team up with brilliant engineers or other technical folks to solve the problems that they always wanted to have solved. I think we're seeing a lot of new AI companies, and this isn't necessarily a new trend, but take on the previous generation of SaaS that maybe is not nimble enough to keep up and to deliver what AI can deliver. So that's led to a lot of activity in the market. The summer has been a busy one for all of us, both for investors and certainly for builders. And at a higher level too, I think there's a lot of change going on in what it means to be a private markets investor. Part of the reason why I love being here at Glasswing and a lot of what we're good at in the Boston ecosystem is this notion of a seed fund that's focused on helping companies get that initial capital and get going. But what happens from there is getting really interesting. Companies are reaching revenue pretty quickly now. Costs less to kind of own and operate or build a tech company. And then you have these huge mega funds kind of going off the beaten path and buying health systems or doing roll-ups now. So it's a really interesting and dynamic time, both from a technology standpoint, a building standpoint, and a market standpoint. And Boston's a great place to be building. We've got several portfolio companies that I think you've been profiling or know about recently, from Black Kite and LabViva. Black Kite, cybersecurity focused, Viva, vertical AI focused, and realm.security, another recent launch. Watch out for Realm. So all to say, Boston's a great ecosystem to be building in.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity. Now, through your career here at Glasswing and beyond that, what have you learned about being an early stage investor or just even being a technology markets participant that you would pass back on to other founders, investors, builders in the ecosystem?
So much in such a short period of time. I think for me, first and foremost, this alignment as an investor between the founders and the capital that they're taking. Again, AI is accelerating everything. And that's leading to a lot of great opportunity, but also a challenge, right? How do you navigate that? And having a partner that's able to be in the trenches with you, understands the technology, the markets you're going after, it's never been more important. So smart capital has always been great, but now more than ever, that has to be the case in order to give yourself as a founder the best chance for success. And then beyond that too, I think speed. As technological waves have come and gone, we've seen just general movement in tech and speed in building increase, and AI is certainly no exception. So for companies that maybe started a few years ago and they had earlier versions of an AI product, they need to keep up and they need to be equally as fast as the two undergrads hacking it in their dorm room, because guess what? They can build stuff in a weekend as well and take on and maybe steal some of your customers. So speed at every stage, I think we knew it, but for me to experience it now is certainly pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's great. And last but not least, how can we help you? How can we help Glasswing in Boston and beyond grow?
Yeah, of course, we love to meet folks even before they're starting companies, right? So a lot of my time is engaging with the ecosystem broadly. Who's curious about starting a new company? Who has an idea that they need to meet someone to kind of complete that founding team and get it off the ground? It's never been a better time to start a company.
Totally.
I'm a huge champion and proponent of the Boston ecosystem specifically, and would love to see more founding teams not just start, but also scale here. Definitely. So equally as much as I'd love to meet those people, I offer myself to folks in the ecosystem who are looking to meet that co-founder, to figure out the right approach to raising capital here, sticking it out here to growing something big.
Definitely. This is Ali from Glasswing, Matt from MGMT Boston in this episode of Lantern. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.